Alright guys, real quick before we start into the video, I just want to say thank you for 100 subs. I really appreciate it. I know I got a mix of like people that actually know me in real life, I actually a real audience, just if you see my videos out from your algorithm or whatnot. And maybe if you came from some of the concerts, so I really appreciate it, man. 100 subs, let's go to 200. Really appreciate it, y'all. Like, I can't, I just can't believe it. Like, I already got some momentum in 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, just gotta be more consistent. So, really appreciate it. But focus of this video, I just wanted to talk briefly. I always record these in the morning, man. I always have like the flow in the morning. Sun's rising, things are looking good, feeling nice. Getting my life together and everything. So I love recording these in the morning. Today I just wanted to talk about people prioritize like relationships a lot, right? We're social creatures, but all relationships aren't just like your romantic partner. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all just girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. But it starts with your friendships, and specifically the friendships that aren't low maintenance. It's not your friends from middle school or high school that you've known for half your life if you're like, under the age of 25. But it's about those friendships that you've made past that point in your life, and that you have to, pretty much you have to maintain. And I've noticed, like, as a Gen Z or as a Zoomer, like, we suck. As a generation, we suck. We're absolute dog crap at maintaining relationships. And I think if we put a lot more focus on, of course, you want to be the change that you want to see. You want to be the change that you want to see. Our priorities would change a lot more if we just focus on that community aspect. And I think romantic relationships would naturally just open up because we would have a better sense of community, and we would actually, stick to our word. And I've seen a few other creators mention this in the past, and also even recently too, in like the last month or two, about being bad friends and having to put out more of an effort to be friends in a new city. And I just want to say my experience firsthand is, like, people are very nice. Like, they're pretty respectful when you first get to meet them, and you might even like do something fun the day of. People are very spontaneous. But when it comes to setting up plans or doing something in the near future, after that one experience y'all will have, like, people do not follow up. Guy, girl, in between, out between, like, it doesn't matter. Gender's not the thing here. This is a culture thing. It is a really big culture thing here in the US to just not follow up. And also, like, people's word isn't bond all the time. Everyone was kind of raised differently or whatnot, but our culture doesn't incentivize or prioritize being, just follow up on your word. Say what you're gonna do. So people will, get all crazy for a Hinge date or whatever, your Tinder date or whatnot, but you're only doing that with the goal in mind, because I'm getting something out of this. I'm getting affection, I'm getting attention, I'm getting love, or whatever the case may be out of it. But it's not for the sake of, oh, I actually want to, let's actually have fun together. Well, a lot of people don't have that mentality of like, oh, let me actually do something for the both of us so that we both have a fun time. That's why people hosting events. I was at an event out here in Charlotte last weekend that was absolutely insane. It was really fun. And even though, like, everyone in the crowd wasn't really like my type of vibe, like, I still had a really fun time because, like, this is local. This is as local as it can get. You know what I mean? Like, you have local DJs, you have local bands, and it was an absolute ball. It was a really great time. I literally found this on Posh, and it was a really good time. Met some cool people, and things like that are really crucial for any community, because you would never know the talent or what type of people are just even around without some event like that. And you're bringing people from, like, all the way from Hickory to Gastonia, from Shelby, you know what I mean? Like, you're bringing people from all over Albemarle. Like, you're really just unifying something that doesn't. You're unifying a community that doesn't have a reason to be unified. Like, people are just living their bubbles each and every day, and I think that's killing a lot of, not even just our social habits, but we don't really understand the damage that it does because we never lived without it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us can't really remember the mid 2000s, like going to your local community server all the time. Like every single day, it's getting further away from the past. So, like 2009, 2008, like I would go to a community center or I would be in church. You know what I mean? Like I would really be in these communities that were a little bit more established. And then as we get closer to like the pandemic and post-pandemic now, it's like we're really truly seeing that effect happen. So people always want to go back to, oh yeah, what about the 1960s? Like, no, this was a thing in the 90s. This is a thing when we were growing up, but it's like it's just so foreign to us now. And with like I think people are just putting a priority on the wrong thing. Everyone's like, oh, I'm so lonely. Like, man, I wish I had a girlfriend. It's like, brother, you're like, you don't even reach out to your homies like that for real. Like, you're on Discord all day, or or you're not taking a proper day off from the gym at all. Like, now you have gym soul culture because everyone's using that as a personality trait now. I sorry to be opinionated about that. I've been lifting for almost 10 years, and I'll talk about it in another video, but how the gym bros progress and everything. But I think if the focus was not just a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the case may be, if the focus was, hey, I notice things are a little weird, things are just kind of off. Like, let me be that beacon, or let me be that person that will change those around me. Even if it's like, let's say you have eight acquaintances, you can get two or three and really have a fun time. You can change your whole weekend, just by making a small little change. So yeah, that's just been my observation. Just trying to make friends in a new city and being social, and you really have to put yourself out there 110% all the time. And it's really is it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. It's definitely a fun challenge. It'll bring you to different parts of the city that you never know about. People will put you onto restaurants, coffee shops, or whatever the case may be. But it really is on you as the individual to bring that unification together. So yeah, just some tidbits I wanted to touch on.